Hey guys. Hey. So we have a few things to discuss today. So I just wanted to come on here and do a twin flame update reading because, first of all, with the twin flames, we always have something going on, right? Twin flame relationships are usually triggering relationships, okay? They're to make you your best possible self, okay? So with this type of relationship, we already know that we're going to be pushed beyond our limits a lot of the time, okay? Right now, one of the things that we're dealing with is Pluto being retrograde, okay? And when that happens, as we know, the planet is going backwards, okay? So Pluto being the planet that deals with death and rebirth, and then being in retrograde, that just literally means that what's happening is we're going backwards with stuff, okay? So think about it this way. If there is something, I keep saying this, by the way, but it doesn't go without, of course, saying again, because we're human and we are going to go through cycles. Everything in life is a cycle, everything is orchestrated in cycles, okay? But that's a whole nother video. So, with that being said, we already know that anything that we haven't dealt with already, right? Anything that we haven't gotten rid of, anything that we haven't necessarily, laid to rest, okay? We haven't necessarily allowed it to die, okay? These things are kind of still lingering on in the background, in our subconscious, in our minds, in our hearts, in our spirits, just there, walking around, keeping us from becoming our best possible self, okay? These things are what allows us to be triggered, okay? What allows us to be so agitated, what allows us to say and do hurtful things, okay, to one another. Now, this does not mean that saying and doing harmful things to your twin flame or anybody for that matter is ever acceptable, because it's not. This is the realization, okay, and the self awareness of the fact that when you're a twin flame and you're inside of that twin flame dynamic, okay, let's say for whatever reason, in any way, shape, form, or fashion, you are in contact with your twin, you can relate to the ups and downs and the roller coaster that you go through. Other people may not necessarily get it, agree with it, etc., etc., but this is your reality, okay? Now, these things are going on to challenge your reality. Do you want your reality to be an up and down roller coaster? Okay. No, we do not. We want our 10 of cups. We want everything our hearts desire. We want a life that is light, okay, and carefree and full of love, okay? This is what we want, okay? So, in order to achieve this, we can't keep burying feelings. We can't keep, pretending that things, are just going to disappear overnight, okay? We also have to be very patient with ourselves in our healing process. Not only do we have to be patient with ourselves, we have to be patient with our twin flames, okay? We have to remember that, yes, they are also healing. They are also going through their own battles and their own ups and downs, okay? Life gives everybody their own grief, okay? Individually as is. Then being inside of a situation that is literally set up to poke at everything that you're uncomfortable with, ever have been uncomfortable with, everything about yourself that you need to change. All right. All of these things, okay? Things you need to heal, things you need to work on, things just haven't dealt with, okay? That is what this energy is going to bring up. So I wanted to come on here and do an energy read for us twin flames because I know we're all feeling it. We're all going through the motions, okay? This up and down thing, it's not necessarily that anything is wrong, okay? Because that's not the energy at all. It's not necessarily that anything is wrong or that we have anything to necessarily be fearful of or afraid of. Instead, it's the complete opposite. This is the divine in the universe forcing us to deal with and face our fears, okay? Face our fears so that we now can grow from them, okay? We now have been through certain things. All right. We have now acquired certain knowledge along the way. Okay. We now have certain tools in our box, in our toolbox, right? So we know what things to apply where and when. Okay. Spirit is simply challenging us to do exactly that. Okay. It's not that spirit is bringing these things up so that, oh, I want you to go backwards and I want you to fall on your face. I brought you this far so I can leave you right here. Ha ha ha. No. Spirit can sometimes be kind of kid-like and childish, but I wouldn't necessarily consider spirit to be, just flat out motherfucking ass. Okay, that's some asshole shit. Excuse the language. I just don't see spirit being that type of person, energy, entity, deity. Okay, whatever you want to correlate it in response to spirit as, I don't see that. All right, that is some true fool, like truthful asshole shit. To just bring you as far as you've gotten, get you to a certain point where now, you're manifesting more efficiently, more effectively, right? You're in a happier place, you're in a lighter place, right? You're more in alignment with your calling, your purpose, what it is that you're supposed to be doing. You and your twin are possibly having more communication with each other. Things are clearing up here. You see some hope. You're getting hopeful, right? Getting some faith here, some really pretty solid faith. Okay. Then just turn around and leave you high and dry. I don't see that. All right. That's not the energy that I feel, but I definitely feel like this is coming up to be dealt with, to be healed. Okay. Kind of put a mirror, a mirror. Obviously, twin flame is a mirror, but put a mirror to you, okay, to show you, hey, this is what you need to deal with. This is what's going on, and not necessarily taking out your angers and your frustrations on your twin because it's not their fault, okay. If you're looking at yourself and you're saying, hey, this thing makes me uncomfortable, or this thing triggers me, or this thing bothers me, it's not necessarily your twin's fault that this bothers you, that this upsets you, that this thing makes you feel away. That's not the case, okay? However, um, we can say that, it is the time for you to take accountability for your actions, to take accountability for your feelings, to take accountability for everything in your life, and to take your power back. Okay. That is the challenge here, for you to see and realize where you've given your power away to other people, to other things, to other situations. Okay. That is what this energy is all about. So I'm sorry it came out kind of choppy with the channeling message there, but that's really what Spirit want to give us tonight. Okay, just to let us know that it's not necessarily coming up for you to feel defeated, for you to feel betrayed, for you to feel hurt, for you to feel whatever type of negative emotion it was, that whatever thing from the past made you feel. But it's coming up so that you realize to what thing, what minute, medial, small thing you gave your energy away to. Why? That's what spirit is saying, and not to be like I said before, not to be a jerk about it, but just to really show you and bring to your awareness where you've been giving others your power, so that you can now step into this goddess and God energy. Okay. Yeah, Spirit says, I want you to step into your goddess and God energy. So, in order for that to happen, you now have to realize where you haven't been doing this. Okay. In what ways have you not been living your authentic truth? Okay. Authenticity is truth. So, I don't know why it came out like that, but in what ways were you not being authentic? Okay. In what ways were you not being truthful with the world about who you are? Okay. So, this can also have to do with holding ourselves back and keeping ourselves from reaching our truest and highest potential. So this is why we're being triggered, okay, to realize in what ways have we been giving our power away and keeping this from manifesting, okay, preventing this from manifesting for us, whatever it is, whatever this Ten of Cups is for you individually, all right, keeping it from manifesting into our reality. So now let's go ahead and pull some cards, guys. Oh, that was 9 minutes of me channeling y'all. 9 is the number of completion. So I definitely feel like we're completing some shit here for real. And that's why it's bringing it up. It's like, all right, this is that. This is, what do they call it, guys? The final exam. Okay. That's the thing. When you channeling messages, you can't remember anything. I promise you, I'm very intelligent, guys. For real. And then I sit up here and be channeling messages and be stumbling over my words and everything else. Because if you watched readers before, if you ever gotten a reading, if you're a light worker yourself and you channel messages or things like that, you also know that yes, when you're channeling, it's like you're not yourself in that moment. Okay, you're not everything that you learned and whatever else. It goes out completely out the window. You're thinking with a completely different sense and a completely different, mind. Oh shoot! Hold on, But yeah. So, Spirit, please show me the energy for the Divine Twin Flame Collective for April 23rd, 2019. April 23rd, 2019. All right, show me the energy for the Divine Twin Flame Collective, Spirit, please. Thank you. Divine Twin Flame Collective for April 23rd, 2019. Ooh, all right. So the first card that hopped out is the Ace of Cups. Okay, so we are clearly getting an opportunity presented to us. This is self-renewal, renewal of emotions. Okay, how it is that we feel about ourselves, how it is that we view ourselves. Anytime we see the Ace of Cups, we already know that this is just us feeling amazing with ourselves, realizing that our cup is overflowing. Okay, not seeing our cup as empty at all in any way, shape, form, or fashion, and not even, sorry to sound, what do they call it? Like, don't stretch it. But I'm not trying to stretch it here. Spirit just saying, instead of seeing your cup as half full, actually seeing that your cup it overflows. Okay, recognizing and realizing the amount of love that you're surrounded with, that you have around you. This lighting looks really, really weird right now, and I apologize for that. You guys are gonna be looking like, oh my gosh, it looks so orange. I'll get better camera when the time comes, but right now it is what it is. Um, it could be the candle that I have on as well, but Ace of Cups. So this is Spirit is definitely presenting to us an opportunity here, okay? And this could be, like I said before, us really realizing in what ways we've been giving our energy and our power away, taking a deep look into our hearts, okay? And it's definitely some serious hard work going on right now. Okay, some serious hard work going on right now. Some healing. We're realizing in what ways we haven't fully healed, okay, so that we can heal those areas. Because in order to manifest this Ten of Cups that we desire for ourselves, Spirit is saying we're going to have to fully heal that, okay? So in whatever places we have these holes, in whatever way that's going to keep the cup from overflowing, because the cup has holes in it, Spirit is saying it's time to patch up the holes, because it's time for you to let your cup overflow. Okay, that's the way Spirit just gave that. It's time to let your cup overflow. So now it's time to heal these, heal these wounds. It's time to really tap on them, figure out where it is. Like when I do this, like my chest literally hurts, okay? Like literally hurts. And if you are a divine twin flame, okay, and you know what I'm talking about, then comment below, okay, subscribe, show me some love, let me know I'm not the only one, I'm not crazy. But I can literally feel like my chest hurts, okay, because it's some soul work being done, okay. Some shadow healing for real. Okay, Pluto would definitely 1000% deal with the shadow, especially because it deals with death and rebirth. Okay, that is your shadow. That is where things go. They hurt you. That's where the stuff that don't really want to deal with, don't really want to touch. That's where you put it. Okay, your shadow also has a lot to do with your ego self too, and your ego a lot of the time keeps you back, because your truest self is of soul, it's not of ego. Okay, now a lot of people will be like, oh, duality, duality. Yes, duality is very important. Duality makes up your entire being. Okay, your entire being is duality. But what I mean is your spirit itself, your spiritual being, your truest and highest and purest, most genuine self. Okay, soul is not ego. Okay, it's love based. Okay, so your ego is being healed. Okay, the wounds to your ego, the wounds to your shadow self, so that you may realize in what ways your cup is overflowing. Okay, so Spirit, please go ahead and show. Ooh, so the World card. Okay, so when the World card comes up, this means that we are dealing with, like I said, dealing with some healing. Okay, you see this card? This looks like it's a mass healing going on all over the world. That is the energy that I'm channeling right now from this card. I've never channeled it that way before, but I feel like there is a mass healing going on all over the world. It kind of looks like my necklace. That would definitely make sense why I put this necklace on today, because I didn't have it on at first, and I was like, you know what? No, I really want to put that one on. I really do. I was just drawn to it, and then blue is also the color of healing, okay? Hence my blue aura healing, okay? All about healing the aura, healing the soul, healing the emotional wounds, healing the trauma, healing the pain, healing yourself so that you may become your best possible version. So I definitely feel like there is a collective world healing going on right now. Could be why I have on so much blue today as well. Look at the lips. I do a duck face on them real quick. But definitely healing, okay? Healing ourselves, healing the energy of our hearts. Look at this. The energy of the world. It's like the universe is offering us the world. You see, this pattern here looks real similar to this pattern here that's coming out from where these let me put these cards down. Oh, we looking real crazy, looking real crazy. But yeah. And then y'all be like, "You always got blue on. Everything on you blue. You blue, blue, blue." That's my favorite color. That's true. But blue definitely is a healing color, guys. I'm not lying to you. So blue aura healing is all about being intuitive, being in tune with yourself, being a very empathic person. Okay. That's why I said when you channeling messages, it's like you can't talk, you can't speak. I don't know. I feel crazy when I be channeling sometimes. I'm like, oh my God, I probably sound crazy to these people. But then I watch it, I be like, oh no, actually, I made a lot of sense. Because in that moment, you really feel like you don't be knowing nothing because you're not there really, you know. So it's so funny, like you're having an out of body, inner body, whatever. Can't explain it. Not about to try to. But yes, so it's like the world is literally offering itself to us. Okay, all the support that we need. It's like we have the support of each other. We have the support of the world right now. All right, in order to heal ourselves, heal our environment, heal, past wounds, like I said before, past traumas, things that are keeping us back or have kept us back, okay? And if you've had some issues happen inside of your twin flame situation as well, definitely healing that, okay? Learning to forgive, definitely working on forgiveness right now. Working on forgiveness right now. Spirit is saying forgiving yourself is definitely where you start. Okay, don't concentrate on in what ways you need to forgive your twin for what they've done because they're not perfect and neither are you, Spirit says. Spirit says focus the attention on you, and this is how you get your Ace of Cups. And that is not to sound or be selfish in any way. Some people are like, yeah, oh my God, you're a twin flame that's in union with your twin flame, and you're saying that is not to be selfish in any way. Spirit is simply saying that when you focus on healing your wounds, this is how you give your best version to them. Okay. This is how you give your best version to anybody, honestly. When you are not completely intact, when you are not good, you cannot give anything to anyone. Okay. So we have to remember that, honestly. All right. Ooh. All right. So spirit is, yep. See? All right. Yeah. All right. And I feel like that is happening with a lot of twins too. And this is in reverse. So then this is the energy that it is. It's King of Swords in reverse. And this is definitely being mentally abusive. Okay. So this is a message from spirit that if you are in any way, shape, form, or fashion being chaotic inside of your twin flame dynamic, okay? Meaning saying harsh things because of how you're feeling, okay? Lashing out because of how you're feeling in that moment. Think twice because you can definitely cause some harm here, okay? With the King of Swords in reverse, this is about mentally abusing someone. Okay, this is about because the King of Swords, if it were to be upright, that is somebody who is, mature and in control of their feelings. This is an intellectual person, somebody who leads with their mind. Okay, this is somebody who has been there and done that, and because of their experience, they know what to do and when. Okay, so remember I said that we know what to do and when we've been there. Okay, so if we allow ourselves to look at this energy the wrong way, okay, if we allow ourselves to be manipulated by the energy as opposed to recognizing it for what it is and working with it, okay, so that we can do what we need to do in this situation with this Ace of Cups and this world energy, then we can become extremely mentally abusive, okay, and verbally abusive, okay, put it that way, because they're probably like, how, saying things that you don't really mean in that moment or saying things you think you mean, okay? You're in your feelings. Explore your feelings before you go and give it to them, Spirit said, okay? Because that can definitely cause a lot of Five of Wands, which is a lot of chaos, a lot of throwing things off. Okay, and see these, it's like all of these cards here, all of the color schemes are definitely all going together. Okay, it's a lot of communication between your higher self and your lower self. Okay, and what's going to happen is if your lower self, your ego, does not recognize what's going on and does not realize that it's currently being healed, then what it's going to do is it's going to lash out, okay? And with lashing out, is going to say mean things, say hurtful things, do mean things, do hurtful things, and this is going to be very mentally abusing, okay, to your twin flame, okay? If you're the person that it's happening to, then you can vouch for that as well, okay? Because this is a general twin flame. I didn't separate between the divine masculine and the divine feminine. I didn't separate, okay? I just did the divine twin flame collective, okay? So this is going on between the collective, and the reason I did it that way is because sometimes I feel like when we separate between the divine feminine and divine masculine, people tend to say, "Oh, well, I'm a female, so I'm the divine feminine," and that's not always the case, or vice versa, okay? The divine masculine can be a female and the divine feminine can be a male. So I don't do, I don't feel like every single reading all the time has to be separating the two. Okay, I do them. I specify for whichever is, whichever, because you know what category you fall into. You know whether you fall into the divine feminine or the divine masculine category. But this is not one of those things. I feel like this is a situation where this is the energy in general for the divine collective, okay? It could be the divine masculine that's being mentally abusing. It could be the divine feminine, okay? So that's the way that spirit delivered it to me. This is how I have to deliver it to you guys. Can't separate it, all right? So, yeah, we're going to turn this upright, though, because I feel as though we don't want to, obviously, we wouldn't want to be mentally abusing to our partners or them to us, right? We wouldn't want anybody to be saying or doing things, lashing out because they're healing their pain. That's not what we would want, obviously. Okay, we worked way too hard to get to where we are at this particular point to do that. Okay, and I think a lot of what's going on as well is it may just simply be um the ooh, okay, we may be getting some backup here because spirit is delivering it to me that the divine feminine uh could definitely be feeling mentally abused in a way. um okay, but is she mentally abusing herself? Because see, that can be another thing. All right, that spirit just delivered to me. Is she mentally abusing herself? All right. And so what just came out, oh yeah, you got Princess of Pentacles. Okay. Princess of Pentacles. So the Princess of Pentacles is very practical, okay? Very grounded, down to earth, willing to explore in all of the many ways that she is abundant, ready to explore in all the many ways that she can contribute to the bigger picture, okay? The divine feminine is in a place of where do I fit in? Okay, where do I fit into this equation? And keep in mind, like I said before, the divine feminine does not have to be the female in the divine twin flame dynamic, okay? It can go either way. It can also be two females. Oh gosh, my nose. They can also be two females or two males. Okay, so take it however it resonates with you guys. But with the Princess of Pentacles, definitely asking the divine feminine to ground themselves, realize in what ways they can contribute to the bigger picture. The things that you're wanting to create, go ahead and create those things. The things that you're wanting to do, go ahead and do those things. Ooh, sorry if I look creepy. Spirit just kind of went through me and said it. Like, whatever it is that you're wanting to do, go ahead and do it, okay? Instead of allowing yourself to not, I feel as though you've been allowing yourself to not, Spirit says. Okay, it's not necessarily that you can't, you just haven't been. Ooh, Spirit is saying, a lot of the divine feminine, my crown is itching. That's how you know it's real. Okay, so the divine feminine is afraid to move forward because the divine feminine is afraid of potentially leaving the divine masculine in her dust. I say her, his, okay, whichever way it applies, guys. Okay. Spirit is saying that's what's been going on. You've been afraid of leaving this person in your dust. So you have not been moving forward. And it may not even necessarily be that you are afraid of leaving this person behind. But let's say, for example, if the divine feminine is giving so much of themselves away to the divine partnership. Because remember in the very beginning, the message was to, instead of focusing on what ways they are wrong or in what ways they're not doing what they need to do and in what ways they have hurt you, you need to focus on in what ways you haven't been there for yourself. In what ways have you been allowing yourself to fall short? In what ways have you not been being your truest and highest and most gentle and purest self? Okay. So all of this, I mean, it just kind of comes full circle. Okay. With in what ways are you not allowing yourself? Like, stop putting so much energy and attention into what it is they have going on and what it is they would like to do and what it is they would like to achieve. They can do that. Okay. Spirit is saying now is the time for you to really do that for yourself. This is why you're feeling like this. Okay. And it's not necessarily a them thing. You can't point the finger at them and say it's a them thing. You see how I'm doing this right now? Maybe Spirit is doing this on the camera so that you guys can understand, because why the hell am I sitting here pointing at myself? I just realized that. You see what I mean by when you're channeling? It's like when you're channeling, you're not really yourself. Okay. So like, I don't know. But so yeah, just definitely pointing the finger at yourself instead of the other person and saying, you know what? In what ways have I not been, allowing myself to do what I need to do for me? In what ways have I been allowing this shit to go on? In what ways have I been okay with this? In what ways have I not been setting and creating healthy boundaries? In what way have I, you know what I'm saying? You have to take accountability for this, guys. This is how you're getting your Ace of Cups. All right. So with this energy, we already know this is how you're getting your Ace of Cups. Okay. You're getting your Ace of Cups by allowing yourself to be practical. And by being practical, this is how you're being practical. Be practical. I know that this is what I did, this is what I didn't do, this is what I have to do, this is what I need to do. All right. In order to make this happen. So I'm looking at the time like, let me hurry up. Definitely have a reading, a paid reading. And I never make my clients wait. Okay. That is not an option. We are professional around here. Professional. And even that, let me just share that with you guys. Like in the last 3 months with me doing my business full time, not part time, not some of the time, not half ass time, but full time, it has made more money in the last 3 months than I made in the last year. Okay, so what you have to do, divine feminine, divine masculine, divine twin flame, you have to allow yourself to be practical. In what ways were you holding yourself back? All right, stop blaming the other person. In what ways were you, keeping your holes in your heart? All right. In what ways were you not being your own Princess Charming? Okay. In what ways were you pointing the finger at someone else? All right. In what ways were you not allowing yourself to have this Nine of Cups? Okay. And anytime we see the Nine of Cups come out, we already know this is about emotional fulfillment, emotional contentment. This is also the wish card. So anytime we see this, this is the divine's way of saying, close your eyes, baby boy, baby girl. Make a wish. Okay. Make a wish, because now is the time. Believe in yourself. Understand that you have what it takes. This is about knowing that you have heart. You are what you're seeking. You are what you're missing. You are what you need. You are what makes you whole. Boom, 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 boom. Okay? You give yourself life. You add love to this. You, okay? That's what I hear in my head. And then remember I said when I stopped talking, when I stopped channeling the message in the beginning, it was at 9 minutes. 9. I'm getting chills because this is too much. This is too much. And I say this is too much. This is too much. I say this is too much because we haven't gotten that. They're not a card with a number. We got the world, yeah, that has Roman numerals on it. That's the 21st card, yeah. All right. But we didn't get any cards from the minor arcanas with any numbers on it. We got an ace, we got a king, we got a princess. Okay, we got the world. The first number we get is 9. Completion of cycles. Okay, bringing up old shit to be released, letting it go. Completion of cycles. The first number we get is a 9. Wow, you know, like, wow. So ultimately, I just feel this is going to work out. Ultimately, I feel as though we understand, the divine twin flame understands that in order to achieve this 10 of cups, in order to receive this ace of cups, in order to, tap into everything that is rightfully ours, we're going to have to believe in ourselves. We're going to have to, do the work. I'm getting chills. I feel like something is touching me, but we're going to have to, like, do the work. We're going to have to, man. Wow. Okay, yeah. And then we got the strength card. All right. So we're going to have to be strong here. We're going to have to realize that we're going through some karmic cleansing and some karmic cycles and applying what it is that we know, okay? Showing the divine that we are the master of ourselves. We are the master of our lives, okay? We are master creators, master manifestors. We can have this 10 of cups. We can have this ace of cups, okay? And we are somebody who is strong, okay? We are fit for this battle. We are fit for this position as a divine twin flame. We are fit for this mission and this calling, okay? We understand our purpose, we understand our work, and we understand that, the collective is ready. The collective can handle us, can handle everything that we have to give. It's time. It's time to give the world you. Okay. It's time to realize that you are, okay, amazing. You are a part of this bigger picture. You are a part of this bigger goal here. Okay. You play a role in that. And whatever it is that the divine has called for you to do, it's time to do it. All right. That's what the strength card is about. It's about having that strength and realizing that it's time to step forward with your mission and your calling, even though at times you will feel like, what the hell? What is going on? What is happening? Life is just, and then you get a sense of knowing, okay? A sense of peace just because you know that the divine has you and that everything is divinely orchestrated and that everything is going to work out in divine right timing, and that you and your divine twin flame will be in union in divine right timing, and that everything will be in divine harmony in divine right timing. And it all has an order, okay? That is what the world card is about. The world card is about order, okay? Order being restored, order being in our lives, order being present. Okay, so this is order being restored, order being brought back. Okay, order being um, delivered to us in our unions. Okay, so this is definitely calling for us to have strength, because in order for us to receive order, look at that, in order for us to receive order, sound crazy as hell, right? But in order for us to receive, this justice, and in order for us to receive this balance here, in order for us to receive this new life and this fresh energy and this 9 of cups dream come true type energy, okay, we're definitely going to have to be this princess of pentacles, step forward and understand in what ways we can contribute, okay, and actually deliver that. Because we already see her dressed here in all of this freaking red. Red is about the root chakra, okay? Then she's surrounded by green. Why? Because that's the pentacles. Surrounded by the green, the moolah, the money. So, like, understanding that, and, we contribute something, whatever the fuck it is, okay? Do it. Do it. So this is all I have to say to you guys tonight. I hope you enjoy it. And I'll be back soon. Thank you all. Thank you to everybody who has subscribed to the channel. And if this message resonates with you, please subscribe. I would love to have you here to see me in every video that I post, because I'm going to be posting a hell of a lot of them. So thank you guys for being here and supporting, and have a great evening.